Now I'm going to explain group by functions and having class, group by class and having class. Until now, all group functions whatever you have seen have treated the table as one large group of information. Sometimes we may need to divide the table of information into small groups, and this can be done by using group by class. So what is a group by class? This one, group by class, divides table of information into small groups. Here you see department ID 10 and equal to one group, department ID 20 into one group, department ID 50 into one group, department ID 60 into one group, department 81 group, department, like that. It's dividing into the smaller groups. The whole information is divided into small groups. So we can use the group by class to divide the rows in a table into groups. Then we can apply group functions to return summary information of each group for each group. Okay, so what is the syntax? So select column name, column comma group function, column from table where condition group by expression, order by column. So from is the, so you can use where condition, or if you don't want to use it, based on the where condition it divides data into groups. So if we include a group function in select class, we cannot select individual layers as well unless the individual column appears in the group by class. This is one more point. If we include group function in select class, we cannot select individual layers as well unless the individual column appears in the group by class. If you don't use it, will throw an error. So use group by column in the group by class. If you use where class, you can exclude rows before dividing them into groups. That means using a where class, we can exclude rows before dividing them into groups. You cannot use column areas in the group by class. This is one more point. We cannot use column areas in the group by class. By default, rows are sorted by ascending order of the column included in the group by list. You can override this by using order by class. Okay. So what is the basic syntax? So let's take this example. Select department ID comma average from employees by group by department ID. So we have used department ID in select statement, select class. That's why we have included that one into group by department ID. Okay, when using the group by class, make sure that all columns in the select list that are not group functions are included in the group by class. Okay, I've noted down this one. When using the group by class, make sure that all columns in the select list that are not group functions are included in the group by class. Let me run this one. Select average salary from employees. So this one gives you average salary of all employees, but I want to know the department ID. Group by, if I use what happens, ID. So whether it gives text or not. So it is giving a department ID, department wise average salary, but I don't know which department. So what I do, I use here hyphen is for commenting. So what is saying? Not a single group function. So whenever you are using columns in select statement, make sure that it should be included in group A class. So it gives department ID average salary is 8,601. Department ID 30 average salary is 4150. Okay. So as I explained now, group A column does not have to be in the select list. You can use in group A class. Okay. And the group A column does not have to be in the select class. Just now I explained you, just now I shown you. So we don't need to include in the select statement, select list. Sometimes we need to see the results from group within the groups. If you see this sites road, a report that displays the total salary being paid to each job title within each department. The employees table is grouped first by department number and within that grouping by job title. For example, if you take this one, the 4 stock clerks in the department 50 are grouped together and a single result is produced for all stock clerks within the group. So how to use group A class on multiple columns. So if you see here in this side, so just now I showed you one single column. Now we can use multiple columns in group A class. Let me run this same. Select department ID, job ID. Comma job ID. So what it does, so it's giving a department as job ID wise average salary. Whenever you use a mix of individual items like department ID, group functions like count in the same select statement, you must include a group A class that specifies the individual items. If group A class is missing, then error message shows error message. Just now I showed you not a single group function, it will show the not a single group function error. Okay, an asterisk points to the appending. Just now it show you below that error, it will show you asterisk. Let me show you that error now again. Select so this will show you not a single group function, not a, it's showing cause and action also. So that asterisk shows you, tells you that sometimes if you use in that one, it will show you that this is the error you are getting in. It will show asterisk, the column error, something like that. Okay. So if you want to know the department wise how many employees are there working, just use department ID, comma, count employee ID from employees group by department ID. So this gives us department as employees. How many employees are working in each department. This is one more example. It's showing as group function is not allowed here, because we can't use group functions in where clause. So you cannot use where clause to restrict the groups. To restrict the groups, we have to use XP having clause, and we cannot use group functions in the where clause. So our next topic is having clause. How to restrict the groups.